Hi, I'm Anthony Freena, the Wine Snob.
And I'm Steve Carrizzo, the Wine Philosopher.
And it's our pleasure to be here. Over the years, Steve and I have had the great fortune of dining in some of the finest restaurants all over the world. And one thing we've come to learn is they are not always even in the large metro areas like Paris, Milan, or New York. They are often in the most unusual places.
That's true. And today we're heading up to Ellenville, New York to visit the Aroma Thyme Bistro, which is quite a find for wine and food lovers.
It is, because it is an incredible bistro in the fact that it has a blend of healthy, nutritious, gourmet food. You wouldn't even know it was a holistic restaurant until somebody told you.
That's true. In fact, I brought some friends up from New York City that are always eating out at the best restaurants down there. We came up, we're having a great meal. I don't say anything about the restaurant, I'm just there enjoying it. And 3/4 through the meal, I say, you know that this is a certified green restaurant, one of only a handful in the country. It's going, what? You're giving me health food?
I bet you they were
I guess
surprised.
I'm healthy now, but this tastes so good. So they loved it. And I know the proof was they came up on their own. They drove up.
Oh, well, that shows.
Yeah.
Because the city's not close to here. And it has an incredible wine list, as you suspect, because we wouldn't be here if it didn't.
That's for sure. No wine, no us. And besides the wine, chef owner Marcus Guilano and his lovely wife Jamie have put together quite a selection of microbrewed beers, exotic spirits, and all these unbelievably put together cocktails that are just delicious. It's quite a treat.
Yes, and they've showed great care in their pairing of the wine, and it has an incredible, half bottle list.
Yeah. In fact, I was looking at their website at the wine list, and I counted over 23 half bottles of white wine alone.
And there's even more red, and this is such a plus if you only want to have 1 or 2 good glasses of wine with your meal.
It really is, and this talk of wine and food and all this just brings me back to my father, and what he used to say is, never drink wine without food.
Well, it reminds me of what my father said, never drink wine with anything.
Well, I think today, Anthony, we found a place to make both fathers happy.
I think so, Steve. So should we head on up there?
I think we should.
Well,
why don't we saddle them up and head up?
It just shows you how far out of the way it is.
When we say not a metro area, we mean it. Come on. Okay.
Here we are arriving at the Aroma Thyme Bistro in the small village of Ellenville in upstate New York.
Hi, Marcus.
Hi, Steve.
Thanks so much for letting us tour your
Our
restaurant
pleasure.
today.
How you doing, Marcus? Good to see you.
Good, I'm doing great.
It's quite a place. As you know, I've dined here many times and enjoyed it every time.
Great, thank you.
And one thing is, I'm always sitting down and looking at the wine list and the food, but I'm excited about the bar today. I never get a chance. You're such a busy man to capture you alone and that you can explain something.
The bar is very exciting, and that's where a lot of the fun takes place, right at the bar.
Oh, that's great. Let's find the bar then.
Excellent. Please.
Okay, folks, here we are at Aroma Thyme Bistro, and this is the first time I'm standing on this side of the bar, Marcus. I like this view. It's really nice.
Excellent. What's back there, Stevie?
Oh my God! I don't even know where to start with all this. All exotic, the kelp cognac. I see you got the Hendrick's gin.
Hendrick's
which is
gin.
Really, obviously, you're focusing on more of the exotic, hands-on.
That's what we like to. We like to give people a new experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to go to a restaurant and say, I'll have XYZ, which you see advertised everywhere on back magazines and everything.
Right.
But when we say to you, well, we have a small family-produced, craft distilled version. So, it's like you see all these big ads for these big liquor companies, and the quality might be good, might be great. But really, when we go to the table or when somebody sits down here, we can explain them. These small family-produced spirits.
Wow.
And some of them are just phenomenal that you've never heard of before, that you can't find anywhere else, that come from small producers, small distributors, small importers. Just adds a nice touch. Because if you say, gee, I got that at Aroma Thyme Bistro.
Yeah.
Remember when we were at Aroma Thyme Bistro, we had that great cognac, that great kelp cognac. And sure, it's out there, but we really specialize in that angle of spirits.
And bring it to the forefront in a sense.
Right.
And it's funny, like me being a wine guy, I see you doing the same philosophies we apply to wine for the small boutique wineries, hands-on, organically grown.
Exactly.
You do that with the spirits and especially the beer too.
And the beers too. So we always try to give somebody the experience of having something different at Aroma Thyme.
And I noticed on your board that you have the Celt XO cognac.
The Celt
By the
XO
glass.
cognac, you know, we have it. We have the Celt VSOP, and then we have the XO, which is the, you know, these are my favorite cognacs.
Those are mine too,
And
Marcus.
just the regular VSOP is phenomenal. I
Yeah.
always explain to people, you go to the table with this bottle, and you show them and say, this is the only spirit in the world that we know that takes the barrels, puts them on a ship, and then sends it around the ocean, and it's always hitting oak. And it goes
it's porous oak, so it's getting
porous
air
oak,
too.
it's getting
evaporating.
oak, it's getting all the different environments of the part of the ocean it's on, and it's hitting oak and oak and oak, and then they ship it back to the distiller, then put it in the bottle, and then ship it to its final destination.
That's wild.
So it has this magical ocean effect in the spirit, what has been lost for over 100 years. Because when the big guys came in and started branding their product, they wanted their brand on everything, so they never shipped barrels anymore. So this is a true winner, and their XO is phenomenal.
And some connoisseurs of cognac that I know say when they started bottling in France and sending it to England or somewhere in the bottle, it just was missing something that it had from the barrel being
The
transported.
magical effect of the ocean.
And this may be the only one I know about it.
It's the only one I
That's
know
like
about. They also make an Armagnac, which is very popular.
that. Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yes,
wow,
they
that's
make 'em.
great. And I noticed the ones I have at home, they come with a certificate that all the ports that it
All the ports
captain
are
has
called.
gone around the world. That is
Yes.
so wild. I mean,
It's such a story. Who wouldn't buy
I
it?
know.
Who wouldn't buy it? It doesn't matter what brand of cognac you order. When I tell that story, they have to try it.
Exactly. How can you be in the same room with it and not try?
Not try it, exactly.
Oh boy.
So here's some interesting stuff. New York State absinthe. Just available April 1st, 2009. Cheryl from Walton, Phoenix, Delaware Distillers just came out with this and said, actually, New York State absinthe. And for people out there saying, well, I thought absinthe was illegal, is illegal.
Right.
It used to be illegal in the United States. In the mid-90s, they brought it back to Europe. And just about a year ago, they brought it back to the United States. And this does have the wormwood in it. We have stuff here with American wormwood, and we have stuff with Roman wormwood. And that's interesting. We have about 6-7 different absinthes. So we actually have done an absinthe dinner and tasting before.
Oh my God.
And the owner of this distiller was here. And these are her first bottle numbers. I mean, we're talking
Wow,
bottle
this
number
is like
19,
collectors, yeah.
bottle number 15. We got this. We were her second delivery. So that was really neat. When you find stuff like that, you're so excited about it. You want to tell everybody about it. And that enthusiasm from myself to my staff and to the customers is contagious.
It really, I'm feeling it right now.
Contagious.
I mean, who has an absinthe dinner? That's incredible. I mean, I've been to restaurants, France, Italy, all over. I have never seen that.
Right.
Never.
When somebody says, well, Marcus, what kind of bourbon do you have? It's like, okay, grab the bourbon bottles, stick them up on the bar, and say, what do you like? And they look and they go, I don't know what I like, because I've never seen any of these bourbons.
Right.
And it's great. You tell the story of like Pogue, which is one of our first good bourbons here. And you tell the story, this has three employees, the father, the son, and a secretary.
Wow.
So you think of these huge operations that have 3 guys loading a dock all day. This has 3 guys in the total operation. So who said, wow,
That's
that is
incredible.
hand distilled, hand produced
Yeah.
products. And of course the quality is phenomenal on a lot of this stuff. We have bourbons across the board. Pritchard's Double Barrel. Pritchard's Double Barrel bourbon
That's
is
hard to find. Very hard.
worth every single penny of it. You bring out 6 bourbons, you let people start tasting, like, wow. Then all of a sudden, it's like you let people start tasting, and it's not a matter of price anymore, it's a matter of the experience and the story. Because everything's, within a couple dollars each.
Right.
But if you were to open up a wine list or a menu and say, okay, there's 5 bourbons here, why is one $8 and one $12? Well, now somebody is here to explain the difference to you, that $12 is worth every penny of it. The $8 is worth every penny of it, but now you know the difference, and you say, okay, that's why I spent $12 versus $8, and that's with anything in life.
Right.
You
have to treat yourself once in a
Whether it's a
while.
piece of salmon or a car, this is a difference, and this is what you get for your money.
Exactly. And we know well with wine that is very true too.
Speaking of wine, do you want to taste a little wine? It's
Definitely.
really popular
Of
wine.
course we do. Now
Like
you
we
get
said,
me involved.